and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is Apex Greatness. Did I hit the camera with the hat, or did I miss?
I think you totally missed.
I wasn't paying attention to you. I was trying.
I tried really hard to like aim, but I didn't practice it at all. Ready? This way.
Dario's right, Russell's wrong.
Oh, I've been on fire the last few weeks too.
Because you usually know. Oh my bad.
I usually don't. This way is Dario Albuquerque. Off camera is the fairy pop mother Lindsay Lehman.
I'm not happy today.
What? Why? Talk to me about
Yo,
it.
stop hating, dog. What's wrong with you?
Because I had to make decisions today, so I'm not happy.
Okay. So vague. So incredibly vague. Fucking, we call it. But there is a huge weekend in the basketball world.
Facts.
You and I, are rocking Hall of Fame jerseys because Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, who else is going in? It'll be on your screen.
Yeah. A lot of dope motherfuckers.
All these guys.
And some girl, I remember.
Yeah.
NBA.
Stacked.
She's great. Maybe Candace Parker.
Yeah, the only Hall of Famer I know from WNBA is Lisa Leslie, off the top of my head. She's already in, I think. But yeah, WNBA starts this weekend. I know that.
You know what Lisa?
This is my first year. This is the first year I'm going to be truly diving into WNBA over the summer. It'll be good.
Oh, write us a comment if y'all want us to do WNBA material.
That'd be crazy. There's a lane for that too. There's a lane for that. Nobody's doing this for them. We could do it.
I would do
that
it.
would be
it
dope.
Would be fire.
I would literally have to learn so much.
Yeah, me too. All right, so look, these are the remaining games of importance for the remaining teams of relevance. The East is pretty well locked up. There's just a little bit more in terms of seeding between the 5 through 7, and that's the Knicks, the Hawks, and I think that's is Boston 7 or 8? Boston's 7, so I think it's Boston too. But in the West, if Portland had beaten Phoenix, was it Phoenix last night? They played Phoenix, right? Portland had beat Phoenix last night. It was a thriller. They would have locked up the 6th spot, and it would have made everything a lot easier.
Well, they're locking it up today.
You think so?
Yeah, because Denver's resting everybody.
Yeah, well, they're playing Sunday versus Denver. Yeah,
I know.
Okay, that's not today.
The injury report says that they have Aaron Gordon.
Right.
He's expected to be out until at least the 16th.
Oh, shit.
He's out the same. He almost half their team. So Millsap, Barton, Gordon. So they're probably just gonna rest people because they locked up. Don't they have the? Yeah, they're pretty much locked up for the 4th seed.
So if they have,
unless they want to, I don't know if they can take the 3rd seed from the Clippers.
So this is the playoff picture for the NBA.
Yeah.
So they have, let's see, they got Memphis and San Antonio. San Antonio, I think, is locked up the 10 spot. I don't think they can move. At 33 wins, they can't move at all.
Yep. The Pelicans are...
Memphis and Golden State can flip-flop. Because they're at equal record. And what's their record between... Who's won more games between them?
Golden State, because Golden State is 8th right now, and they're tied.
Good point. So, yeah, that's true. Okay, so that's what we should look at. So, and then Portland, I think you're right. I think this top 6 is probably going to stay the way it is. I hope that this remains the same.
Yeah, and actually,
I want this to remain the same.
Actually, right now it says Curry, Green, Wiggins, they're all expected to be out to at least May 16th.
Wow. So that's
Which
it.
is
So
Sunday.
that's it. So
Right?
then they're
When's their game?
Where's that, Lindsay? Can you pull up the thing of the games?
Oh yeah, they might lose unless New Orleans packs it in. Yeah, the same thing with with Memphis though.
Okay, so Memphis is doing it too. They're both resting their
Yeah,
stars, they're
Ja
resting their stars
Morant.
over the weekend.
Yeah, Ja Morant is out until the 16th. Most of the team, like literally, like
Well, it's kind of at the point where
8 guys.
the people in the play-ins are like blocked in the play-ins because the people below the play-in thing are so far back. Where all these teams are probably like, let's just rest because we got one game to die on right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. But the only thing that like you could be in terms of Golden State and Memphis though, they could just be like if they were to win these games, they'd only have to win one game to get into the playoffs versus having to win two. Like it puts way more pressure when you have to win two straight.
Yeah, I agree. That's going to be, and we're going to talk about the plan in a minute, but that's going to be the most interesting part about that system is it still does give an advantage to the guys who are in 7th and 8th, but they're now.
Well, that's what it's supposed to do, though.
Yeah.
Like technically, you already made the play. Like should have made the playoffs in normal rules. So instead of making you kind of lose completely for just being the 7th or 8th seed, we're gonna say you only have to play one game instead of two. That's pretty much what they did.
Yeah. So with that being said, I really think it stays the same, especially considering that news that the Stars are resting, which means that they're sitting into these positions and they're happy with what they got, which I was interested in because I wasn't sure whether they were going to do that because it seems like a fucking fast turnaround. You know what I mean? Like if they were going to play this weekend and then play again immediately on the 18th,
yeah,
right? If they're going to it would make sense to rest them if they've already secured their position.
Yeah,
in that, I think. And I would expect if you're Memphis, I think you'd rather play San Antonio than the fucking Warriors.
Well, no, Memphis would be playing
or the Lakers. Even worse. But
the whole thing
I wouldn't want to play either of those teams. I'd rather play the Spurs.
Yeah, but the whole thing
is take my chances with the loser later.
Anyways.
Yeah.
No matter what, you have to go through one of those teams.
What would you rather do if you were Memphis? Would you rather just play the Lakers and get in the tournament, or would you rather play the Spurs that are definitely worse and the Warriors that you probably have a better chance than you do against the Lakers and then get in? It might be a quote unquote longer road or tougher road, but I
think it's
Memphis. I'd rather see
right now because they're looking at it like, well, both teams they're looking at it pretty much saying, I'm gonna have to win 2 straight games. Well, Memphis, for instance, they have to win 2 straight games in order to get the 8th seed, and then they're gonna have to turn around again and then win a 3rd straight game to beat the Lakers. Which obviously, if you're at this level, which they are, they're barely over 500. It's hard for them to win 3 straight games.
Yeah. I agree. I definitely agree.
Especially with all the pressure on them, I can see why they're just like, screw it. We're gonna just try to get the 2 straight, and if we win one of these games, whatever. But I'm sure they'd like to rest everybody, win this upcoming game, and Warriors lose, get into the 8th seed, and then all they have to do is win one more game, and then face the Lakers. If they could do it while resting their star, obviously, it'll be the smart.
That would be ideal. That's why that news was interesting. That just came out today. That they're resting.
Oh, the injury report. It was updated. Yeah, today.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So that brings us right into the assumption that what we are seeing in front of us is more than likely the tournament. Like what we're seeing is what we're going to get, which leads into this mega episode.
It's kind of it kind of goes the same way though for Indiana.
I didn't even bring up the East because the East is like they're pretty. And what's the injury report for them?
Indiana has a lot of guys game time decisions.
Yeah. So maybe they'll just do
is a game time decision. Turner is expected to be out all the way to June 1st with his toe injury.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Jeremy Lamb is game time decisions, a bunch of game time decisions.
But I think these guys they're locked. No, they're not locked into these.
Indiana is locked. It's Washington that's not locked.
Yeah, but Washington like pretty much just has to win one game and they're locked in.
So yeah, and
because they're 2 games right now. They're two games in front. So all you gotta do is win your one of the next 2, and you automatically get a spot.
And who do they play?
But Indiana and Charlotte could switch. They could flip flop because they got the same record, just like the Warriors and
the Grizzlies. So they have, so the Wizards have Cleveland, and then Charlotte, who's you think
Charlotte has Bridges, Martin, and Hayward out.
Yeah.
So all the way until at least the 2 Bridges and Miles Bridges and Cody Martin are out all the way to the 16th, and then Gordon Hayward's out to at least the 19th.
Wow. Okay, so
they have some core pieces out. But
they need to stay in 8th, probably.
And who are they facing? They're facing.
Yeah, who's on the
West?
That's what I'm saying. This thing I'm looking at, the thing I brought up before was
fine,
a little bit on our own here. So with Washington and Indiana, I feel like Charlotte's going to play hard to hold this spot.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I was thinking.
Especially if Hayward's not going to make it for that first playing game.
Yeah, the possible rookie of the year, LaMelo Ball could kind of hold that shit down,
And it just fucks up my bracket so much if they.
How would it change your bracket though? Like in reality.
Yeah,
we haven't gotten to the brackets yet. I don't want to jump the gun.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say because I just wanted to do a little special shout out before we get into this shit, right?
All right, but hold on. So.
Okay, you don't want me.
We're good to get into it. Do you think that this will more than likely be the matchups, like what we're looking at, especially we talked about.
I don't think any of the teams changed. The order might change a little bit, but when we get into it, we could get into it. But I just wanted to do my special shout out before we got into it.
I don't see it changing very much. No, if like all of the teams that are in the playoffs have clinched like their playoff berth, except for like.
Yeah, but he's worried about the position of each team.
No, I know.
8, 9, and 10.
Yeah, I'm worried about the matchups.
Yeah, all right. So this is my thing. I feel like the Bobcats most likely will.
The
Bobcats.
Oh, the Hornets. Sorry.
No, fuck it. They're
a little bit more old school.
They're the Bobcats. Steven Jackson, fucking Gerald Wallace, the Bobcats. Raymond Felton, the Bobcats. Fine.
So the Hornets. All right.
Rebecca Okafor. Sorry.
I think they're gonna fight to stay in that position, and then that automatically locks it. I'm like 90% sure that it's gonna stay like that.
Yeah, I feel especially with the West.
Wait, let me see who the Bobcats. I mean, the Hornets face. Because if they're facing like a good ass team, I might be.
Well, they're
facing the Knicks. The Wizards. Might not. Wait, let me see what the Knicks are doing.
They're playing the Wizards the last game of the season, and you're telling me they're playing the Knicks?
Yeah.
Also, that's their 2 games?
Yeah.
But
the whole thing is if the Wizards win, they should just rest. Because there's nothing that can move them to past that. Might as well rest Westbrook and Beal.
Yeah, who's already been playing with the hamstring.
Yeah, and the Knicks, only Rose is a game-time decision. Mitchell Robinson is a game-time decision. And Luka Vildoza is
quite a name.
A game-time decision because it's not injury-related. It might be, he might be giving birth or something.
All right, so with that being said,
imagine like you giving birth.
First of all, if he's giving birth and he's a man, that's incredible.
That's true.
For obvious reasons.
Come on, why are you always gonna make it seem so freaking sexist?
It's
not.
Take this shit out.
It's just like you don't understand fucking anatomy and biology. Like you said, a man was giving birth. Like you're just an idiot.
No, I was saying I was just calling him like a, because you just call people bitches like just to be like this, like make him feel disrespected.
No, if a man gives birth, it's an incredible achievement. All right.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, freaking asshole.
Hey, you know what? So I'm getting distracted by my contemporary takes, and do your fucking
male seahorses give birth.
Do your shout out. I don't give a shit about seahorses.
Yeah. So what we doing before we get into this? And I know y'all want to see the little spiciness. I know. But we got to give a shout out to the players who pretty much molded our existence, or at least my existence. I have to shout out to Kobe Bryant. That's why I'm wearing his jersey right now. And I always got him on my forehead.
Always
have my name on you, so I know it's real.
Go on your accounting job, you see your office desk. Make sure that's tight on your head. Perfect.
Fucking
hell.
Yeah, I know how what's coming up. Tell him, let's go hang. You know me, Rolex go change. Okay, my bad.
No one wants to hear you rap.
I honestly have no idea what you just did.
Definitely.
That was Free Spirit by Drake. Have my name on it. You never heard of that?
You're shouting out Drake before the
No, I'm shouting out Kobe because his name is on my forehead and I tap my name on him so I know so he knows it's real.
Okay.
Y'all didn't get it? Like how y'all didn't put that to whatever. Go.
I want to know what made you feel like, you know what, I need to say this before we start.
Oh, the shout out?
No,
because
wait.
It's my man's.
I have a better question. I want to know how you picked Steph.
You didn't want to shout out?
Dario, I have a very important question. I want to know how you didn't pick Steph Curry to win one game against the Lakers.
Yeah, I want to hear about that too. Let's talk about
I like that segue, Lindsay. You're really good at this shit.
Thank you.
This is Dario's bracket, what we're looking at right now. Me and Lindsay did the same bracket, which we'll look at in a minute. But we did separate brackets, but it ended up looking the same. This is your bracket. It looks different than ours. So I want to hear this because you spent the entire MVP and first team and all, like, you made sure to shower Steph Curry with roses. Just give him all of his flowers.
Yes.
Everything.
Because he deserved it.
And now you have him immediately getting eliminated. Or not getting eliminated, but not being able to beat the Lakers. And I guess my first question before we get into the actual matchup is, do you think the Lakers play this weekend? The Lakers, not the... Charles Barkley called them the fucking Generals.
What?
That's so disrespectful.
Lindsay, you don't know about the Generals?
No.
Oh my God. The Harlem Globetrotters played one team and one team only, and it was the fucking Generals.
Oh no, he did not call them like a D squad.
Yes, he did. So, what do you call it?
All right, so let's
talk to me. Do you think the Lakers play?
First, I want to say, because to answer your question, Russ, Anthony Davis with his groin is a game time decision. LeBron James with his ankle is a game time decision. Yeah. So there is a possibility that they play today.
You think they're going to play today? We're taping this on Friday, just so you guys know. We're taping this on Friday before the weekend.
Let me just give me 1 second, real quick. I just want to make sure I know what their record is. So they have to. Their whole thing is they have to win the next 2 games, and Portland has to lose this game.
I don't think they're going to lose it. I think the Lakers.
They're not. Portland is going to solidify the spot, and Denver is resting people. So Portland should win.
With that being said, do you think AD and LeBron just sit because that's what they've been doing, and they only play when it matters? What do you think?
Yeah, I feel like they should. At least they should. Okay. If I was them, because Portland plays. Do they play today or is it tomorrow? Portland playing.
Portland plays Sunday, I believe. Lindsay, can you confirm that? Pretty sure it's Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday versus Denver.
Okay.
So what they probably are gonna do, the Lakers are probably gonna have them play today, win today's game, and then the Lakers play after Portland. So if Portland wins or is winning, they most likely would just rest LeBron and AD.
That's what I'm worried about. So this is what I think if they're sitting into this spot, right, and they already know that they can't really move and they can't get past Portland, then I find it hard to believe that AD and LeBron are both going to play this weekend. I could easily see them sitting and just being like, listen, let's rest up and try to.
Because they rested them the last game.
That's what I'm saying. Well, they've been resting for a fucking while. So this is why I'm concerned against the Warriors in that very first game. I think they might get smacked in the mouth. Just like a wake-up call. Welcome back to playoff. Welcome back to basketball. Steph Curry is white fucking hot. Like, he's player of the month in April. And
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I just think with those, I still think the Lakers make the playoffs when we look at my bracket and Lindsay's bracket. I still think the Lakers ultimately make it, but I think that the story is perfect. However, if they play this weekend, maybe that's different because maybe they get that out of their system a little bit.
All right, for me, I'm assuming that they might be playing this weekend, and it'll give them a little warm up. Either way, the Warriors are the warm up. So I'm sorry, but Steph Curry could be as great as he wants.
It's one game. It's one game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
one game, right? And it's just Steph Curry.
But they're cold. They're cold. They're not like they were last year. Last year coming into
the last two games
playing.
The last two games AD's played, he's averaging 40.
Yeah, he played really well against the Suns. He's had some.
Who the Warriors gonna have on Draymond? Is Draymond gonna be? We know. Come on, like
I've already shat on Draymond.
And then if you giving me and then AD's second option pretty much is gonna be Bron. Steph Curry's second option is gonna be Andrew Wiggins. I'm good. I'm taking, especially if the Lakers know I win this, I don't have to play another game. I get to rest again. Then
last question about the Warriors, and then I'll leave it alone.
And it's not. I guess if Steph puts a 50-point game, that's what he will need to win this game.
So that's what I was about to ask you. If Steph Curry can get 10 threes, which he's already done a fuck ton this year, you still think the Lakers win that game, even if Steph does everything Steph can do?
If Steph goes crazy, I think it'll be a tight game, and the Warriors. If Steph goes crazy, the Warriors win. But it'll be a 5-point game.
I need Steph to get 40 for them to win. But I think he can. And I think the Lakers' chemistry might be a little off because they all haven't played together in months at this point. And I think that does matter, especially in these tight playoff games and where it's not a series. If it was a series, give me Lakers in 5. Because I think Warriors get one game. And that's what worries.
I would have given them the game too.
And I would have given them game 1. I would have given the Warriors game 1 in that hypothetical series. Yeah. So that's where my head's at for that. It's just like, I think it's that warm-up game. And historically, even when you look at LeBron's playoff history, round 1, game 1, terrible record.
Yeah, but you got to also remember LeBron James in a closeout situation.
Right. It's all the same. It's all in the same.
Yeah, I'm just saying, LeBron James in the closeout. If it matters, I'm taking LeBron over Steph every single time. I'm sorry, that's just me. If it matters, especially in this case, like it kind of matters. It matters enough.
It matters,
definitely, the next game is going to be straight up murder.
But exactly. That's why when you look at my bracket, if you can, Lynn, pull up my bracket real quick or our bracket because we did the same.
I'm telling you, there's no way he's gonna think. There's no way he's not gonna mess with this shit. It's already the NBA world already got their Laker narrative because this is what they love doing. This shit, we know this. The Laker narrative is injured all year. LeBron James saying, "Oh my God, I'm not gonna be myself again."
Right.
AD Achilles. And then AD randomly comes back, averages 40, 10. Oh, big boy.
Yeah.
And then everybody's like, oh, could the Lakers do it? And then LeBron James comes into the playoffs, and he looks like LeBron James.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
I understand. I'll tell you one thing. Anthony Davis putting up 40 right when he comes back was definitely
made you be like, yeah.
It was a big piece of my playoff bracket. But I just think that first game, I could easily see LeBron being like, "It's just one game. We're getting in the playoffs. I'm not worried." You could see it too. It just
No,
depends.
I can't. I cannot.
Shows up. It just depends on which LeBron shows up, and that's why I think playing this weekend matters immensely. Because I think if he plays this weekend and gets that out of his system, I think that'd probably be better off for that Warriors-Lakers thing.
Which team would you rather face, though? Would you rather face Utah or Phoenix?
If I was who, LeBron?
Yeah.
My opinion?
Oh, I'm
Utah, in my opinion. I do not think he wants to see Chris Paul in the first round, and they're friends and all that shit. And I think they want to abuse Gobert and just and make that whole thing look like, oh, that's cute that you won the whole.
That's funny because I look at it and I think Phoenix is the easier matchup.
That's what I thought too.
Because
I don't think so.
Because you literally have nobody to stop LeBron or AD.
Right, but they're just playing better basketball right now. Like Utah's not playing excellent basketball to finish out this year. Where Phoenix is getting in these big games with Portland, and they're getting.
Well, I could see the Utah. The only thing that makes me feel like Utah would be a tougher, a easier like pick is because Donovan Mitchell's also coming back from an injury. He's gonna have to get back to speed too. Like, so I could see that case.
Yeah,
but I just look at it. Phoenix. If I was LeBron, I'd look at Phoenix as this is an easy route to the next round. I'm sorry. I see them. I don't know. I don't know if we want to get.
I definitely don't think. I do not think that at all. I think he would look at it as that's James Jones. That's my friend. That's Chris Paul. That's my friend.
But he's not. He's never
he
done.
He does think like that. There's no way to say he doesn't.
There's nothing. Literally, he's an animal against his friends.
We could go to Utah. Where the book is already out on Utah. We all know how to beat Utah. You, me, Lindsay.
Yeah, but you need you need great shooting to beat Utah.
You need
to pull Gobert out of the paint.
You need Anthony Davis to pull Gobert out and destroy them. That's what you need.
But that gets you to a 7-game series. The way that little thing that you say, the team to do that was Denver, and they went to a 7-game series. I don't want my Lakers to go to a 7-game series because it's capable like that. Like if LeBron and AD 100% and everything was good.
In comparison defensively, Denver played so much worse defense than your Lakers would play at full strength. Like the Lakers at full strength is an excellent defensive team, way better than fucking Denver. Like. Their defensive anchors, Anthony Davis and LeBron, and they're like being annoying to each other and pushing each other. Yeah. Like, I think that's the way easier matchup.
I just look at Phoenix as being the easier team to guard.
But then who would they play in the second round?
The Clippers, most likely.
The Clippers.
I think they want to wait till the finals to see the Clippers.
Oh, I don't think so.
Just to keep the narrative going.
We good. All right, let's go to let's get away from the Lakers because I can talk about Kobe.
No, hold on, shut up. Wait. We got to
finish the other side of the bracket. Then.
Well, because you don't think the Spurs are gonna lose this matchup against the Grizzlies. You had the Spurs winning this game.
Yes, I think I'm one. The Grizzlies have never been in a playoff atmosphere at all, and the only time that they did. They fucking screwed up their spot at it. Last year, Grizzlies should have easily been in the playoffs. And instead, they freaking choked it out and they lost their positioning. I'm looking at it as you got Greg Popovich has to win one game to advance against a very young team that's not going to know what to do.
They played twice in the regular season, once in a out of those 3. 2 of them were in a back-to-back situation where they played one night and then immediately the next night. So even if you want to say one of those games wasn't for real, the second one or the first one of those games was taken seriously. You can't tell me that it wasn't. In that back-to-back, Grizzlies won both of them. And the weirdest part was nobody scored over 20. It was a team effort, which I thought was really interesting because that's how both teams have to win is through a full team effort, lots of assists. Lots of ball movement. But we did a segment before the playoffs last year about on the map moments, right? Ja Morant is for real, and I'm pretty fucking confident in saying that. He's been quiet because Memphis doesn't get a lot of TV time. Everybody who's ever seen him play likes him. He has more athleticism than you think. He's got grit. I just like the way he plays the game. He's going to be on national TV. It's one game. He has the chance to be the best player in that game because DeMar DeRozan has a history of not showing up in these situations.
Yeah.
So that's my reason for picking Memphis. Do I think they beat the Lakers in that next series? No. I think the Lakers smacked the shit out of them.
I'm not. This is your bracket.
They get woken up by the Warriors. This is my bracket. We're looking at my bracket.
I'm not mad at that at all. I think that's a possibility. I just don't see them facing the Lakers. I feel it's facing the Warriors. No matter what, the Lakers and the Warriors advanced.
I agree. That we can definitely agree on. It's just about how they get there. And this will be cool because we'll get two different perspectives and we'll kind of cover some bases here. Because
exactly.
Some things could change in this playoff format, in this situation. We're doing a lot of guesstimating.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the East. So